own policy, but the future one, they are regulated by the associations. Liquidation, so most settled by actual delivery, some by offsetting. So here, most of the time it is offset. So most of the time they are using NDF. Transaction cost, they deal with spread and they are dealing with percentages. So negotiated percentages, if you have a big amount, they can charge you 0.002%. If they have a less amount, they can charge you 0.01%. Right? So this is just a subtle difference, but no difference when it comes to finding out the solution. Numericals, it's like that. So pricing currency futures, the price of the currency future will be similar to forward rate. That's what I am repeating constantly here. There is a difference, and difference is due to the standardized, because we don't know the other party. There is a telecommunication network, there is a worldwide web network here, so we don't know the counterparty. In case of forward contract, banks know the party, that okay, you have to establish with Nestle or some wealthy individuals. But with the exchange, you don't know the counterparty, who is selling you the currency, who is the buyer, who is the seller. Only the guarantor is the broker, which is the exchange. So credit risk of the currency future contracts, so to minimize its risk, so that if I have to purchase the dollar, the other party will give me the dollar, or if I have some kind of profit, the other person will give me the profit. The CME or the exchange, they imposes the margin requirement. If you cannot fulfill the loss, you can have a loan from the mercantile, you will pay the interest, it's like that, and you satisfy the counterparty. So meaning that the participant must make a deposit with their respective brokerage firms when they take a position. For example, if you make some kind of a like contract, okay, future rate is 6.4 and your reference is 1 million, and you are expecting to have 0.04% profit, or the chances are that the loss is going to be 1.02%. 02. Wait, what happened here? Here. So the mercantile will impose a margin requirement. In case of a loss, it means you have to pay the other party 0.02 multiplied by this 1 million, which means $200,000. If there is a loss, you will be paying this $200,000, right? But mercantile will say that you have to maintain 50% of the loss condition. It means $100,000 you will submit as a margin with the CME, so that if actually loss happens, so 100,000 going to be transferred to the other party account, and 100,000 you will be paying from your bank account or something. Like what we have, like Alipay, you link your bank card, and Alipay, for example, says that okay, you need to submit this 100,000, and rest of the amount, if loss happen, you will be transferring with your bank account. Otherwise, you will be, suspending from using Alipays like that. So, any question up till now?
Pretty much okay. So far, no question.
Okay. So the same that we talk about the uses of currency forward, like hedging, similar use can be done through currency futures. You can also hedge here. Purchasing future to hedge payables. Remember, it means buying futures, payables, right? If you want to pay, you will buy. If you want to receive, you will sell. So that is the hint, and that is the crux of this buy and sell future and forward. So the purchase of the future contracts locks in the price at which firm can purchase the currency. So we have the example here. We have Taton Corporation orders Canadian goods, and upon delivery will need to send Canadian dollar 500,000 to Canadian exporter. So thus they need to pay. So in order to hedge the payable, they will purchase Canadian dollar futures from today. It means they are locking up their risk in the Canadian dollar to be for the future date. So by holding futures contract, does not have to worry about the changes in spot rate over the period of time. And you sell the futures to hedge receivable, which means when you are receiving. So the sale of the future contracts locks in the price at which you can sell the currency. So we have the example here, that is Carla Corporation sells future contract when it plans to receive currency from exporting that it will not. If the Carla expects the foreign currency to depreciate against the home currency, so by selling the contract, Carla locks in the price at which it will be able to sell the currency of the settlement date. So here are the some hints that you might write on your notes book. That is, if you are purchasing some, or you can say the importing material, plants, whatsoever, it means you need to pay currency, or you can say pay foreign currency. Currency of foreign country. Your biggest concern is that the foreign currency exchange will go up. So that's why you don't worry about if the foreign currency will go down, it will benefit you. You don't enter into the contract, you let it go as normal, because then you have to pay less amount of your home currency. Your biggest concern is that if the currency go up, then we have to pay more dollars. So that's why you enter into the forward and future. So you enter into forward and future. Let me have white screen. So that you enter into when you have when you import or when you purchase goods or plants from the foreign country, your biggest concern is foreign currency exchange rate go up, and how you can hedge it by purchasing or by buying the and if you are exporter, seller of goods, you are receiving money, your number one risk factor is that I receive the money, I have to sell that. If you're receiving euro, you need your currency is dollar, then you would be selling euros. Your biggest concern is that the foreign currency value will go down and I may not receive the dollars I expected to be received. If foreign currency go up, that is actually benefiting you because you will be receiving more dollar. As a seller, you will always want to have more money. So you enter into a selling future or forward. Right? So that's why it is here. Purchasing future contract to hedge payables. It means you need to pay the money, foreign money. So your biggest concern is that the foreign currency will go up. Selling future to hedge receivable. You need to receive money and you worry about that the receiving money value will go down. So you have the pre-arranged forward contract to sell future and forward. Now closing out a future position. Similarly, like offsetting it. Let's talk about this. So seller,
Sorry, sir.
yes.
I have to leave now. Is it okay if I leave now?
Oh, our class is over, right?
It's only for today because I have some errands to do
Okay,
outside.
I think it's just for like, I think no, we have more than 10 slides. Okay, so we will be ending our lecture here. I will be taking out these PPTs and I will be including in our next lecture. So let me just walk through.